What's up, guys? It's David back here with another video, and this video is going to be about 5 reasons why you should buy a Honda, and these are obviously going to be biased because all that I have owned is Hondas, as in Acura RSX, RSX Type S, Honda Grom, and I also had a 2007 Civic as my daily. With that being said, take everything that I say your way. It's your life. Live the way that you want. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So my first reason that you should buy a Honda is that they are so cheap. Obviously the Honda S2000 prices are going up and they're not having any sign of going down. RSX prices are going up. EK, EG, EF, 8th gens, they're all going up. And really any Preludes, they're going up, and it's just, there's a reason that they're going up. These people love these cars for a reason, but you can really get into the Honda community really cheap, from anything from a base model Civic to a base model RSX. Even an RSX Type S, you can find them fairly cheap. I got mine for $5,500, which at the time was pretty good, and I still believe that's like really good now, because I see RSX Type S's going from anywhere from $9,000 and up, depending on mods and what they have done to it in miles. With all that being said, I want to go to my second point, that they are really, really reliable. If you do not mess with your car, obviously if you're a car enthusiast, you want to put intake, tune, wheels, whatever you want to do, you're doing it to the car. But you leave a Honda bone stock, they'll go 500,000 miles easily with just basic things like doing your timing belt, timing chain, oil changes, coolant flushes, just doing basic maintenance, and you're easily going to hit over 200, 300, 400, 500,000 miles. And that has no exceptions, really. J-Series, K-Series, D-Series, they're all really, really reliable motors. There's not really many Hondas that have that many problems. I personally have had one motor blow on me, but the previous owner absolutely abused it, and I got that RSX for so cheap, and now I know why. And it's okay because I built my motor and I made it reliable, like on top of all the mods that I'm doing. So yeah, you can make your Honda more reliable, but from factory you see RSXs and Hondas and K-Series, B-Series pushing 400 from stock block, stock head, and that is just crazy to see. So my third reason is going to be that there's so many of them. It's such a big community. If you want to get into the more luxury stuff like an Acura ILX, TLX, TSX, there's so many things for you to get into. You can go into Honda Civics, Del Sols, there's Preludes, there's so many different things that you can do. You can be a stance car, you can get a big turbo, ProCharge, Supercharge, full-on drag build, like gut your interior. There's so many things that you can do, or you can just build your car however you want, because that's the whole point of buying a car, for you to build. Why else would you be watching this video if you weren't interested in cars? So, there's so many things to choose from. If you want a car for the mountains, go choose a Civic that has double wishbone suspension. Choose a Integra Type R. There's so many different cars. You can build a K-Series or a B-Series to go stupid fast in a straight line, or you can build them to go around curvy roads. It doesn't matter. You can build it be stance cars. I've seen some really cool stance Civics and RSXs. There's so many things to choose from. And that also will bring me into my next topic, that there's such a big aftermarket. There's literally a whole entire website dedicated to these cars, such as DC5 Creations, K-Series parts. There's so many different things that people do because there's so many different things that you can do. I mean, like I said, you can have a stance car, you can have a race car, you can have a daily driver that you do nothing to, maybe just an exhaust. Like my wife's car, it's literally just an intake, an exhaust, and coilovers. But she keeps it at a higher ride height because she drives it every day. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want. Me personally, I like my cars loud. I like to just hear my car and let it breathe. I like to go full throttle and just have fun while I'm driving my car. Obviously, I don't do that all the time. There's time and a place for everything like that. But I mean, yeah, if you want to build a stance car, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do that, because that's what you want to do. If you want to build a sports car with a turbo on it, I mean, go ahead and do that no matter what you want to do. If you want to build a sleeper, Hondas are awesome for building sleepers. I mean, I have seen so many cars that until they open the hood, you're like, oh, it's a piece of trash. But then they open the hood and it's like, man, they've spent at least $20,000 under the hood. And it's like, geez, it's like that. It's really shocking that there's so many different things that you can do. And that really just is crazy to think about. I mean, there's so many different types of cars and everything, but with Honda specifically, the aftermarket is just so huge. I mean, if you want to do just a header or like just a catback, full exhaust, there's literally anything for your car 9 times out of 10. It really, I mean, you can do so much with these cars, and that's what makes Honda so special. And that really just leads me into my last point, that Hondas are just straight up fun. I mean, like I said, from anything from going fast, going slow, going around the turns, going straight, having a stance car that you hit a pothole and you destroy your frame, but you laugh it off. I mean, there's so many things. You're never really going to see somebody that has a modified Honda that's not having the best time of their life. I have many friends that I let drive my cars, and even though they're slow, there's always a smile on their face. I mean, every time you drive somebody that has a Honda, there's just going to be a smile on their face, because they're just so fun to drive, and they don't disappoint whenever it comes to the end. I mean, to recap, I mean, you want to buy a Honda because they're reliable, they're cheap, they have a huge aftermarket, there's such a huge selection, and you're always going to have a smile on your face whenever you're driving one of them, because, I mean, who isn't? But this isn't to say that you can't like other cars or anything. This is just my opinion about Hondas and why you should or should not get one. I mean, there's so many different kinds of cars. Go do what you want to do. And y'all have a good one, and peace out.